It's good to have you back here for devotions today. And all this week, we are looking at the subject matter of how to spell success. Now, yesterday we looked at the first thing you have to do is we're spelling out the word success is salvation. You have to be saved. You have to know the Lord is your Savior. And the second one is understanding. Now here, I'll challenge you on something. If you want, you could try to spell out the rest of the word success, and you can send that to me. And so you can answer on our site there. We'll see if you get it right. Okay, let's talk about understanding. Understanding is actually getting down here to wisdom. Now listen, the reason why you want to do this, you want to create a spiritual momentum so that you can be blessed of the Lord. So you want to follow the guidelines God has. So first you have to be saved, but also you have to depend upon God for understanding and wisdom from him. Now, look in 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9. Here we have Solomon. He comes to the Lord and he says this, "Give your servant, therefore, an understanding mind to govern your people, that I may discern between good and evil, for who is able to govern this your great people?" Let me tell you something a lot of people don't understand. You know, we have people running in politics. And I'm not here to talk about politics, but, you know, they do some things I look at and I think, are you kidding me? I mean, you've got to be kidding me. They're making a decision, but the decision of which they were making, they're only making it to be popular, that people are going to vote for them. So they don't have a burden in their heart or a conviction about what is right and wrong. Now, most of the things and the decisions which we made are definitely made of our moral conscience, of things that are right and wrong. Is this going to be good for others? Again, you know how a Christian thinks? How is this going to affect me 30 years from now, 20 years from now? So, but a lot of leaders don't have that ability. Now, some of you work at jobs, and if you want to be a good manager, if you want to manage well and have people listen to you, then you have to have wisdom. That's what Solomon said here. Oh, God, I need understanding. Give me the gift of understanding. And God gave that to him. Now, look over in Proverbs chapter 18. Look at verse 2. It says, a fool, this is good. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding. Now, what's that say? Fools don't care what's right. I mean, you can talk to your blue in the face and you can give them common sense. I give people statistics and facts. They don't want to hear it. They don't care. It says, but only expressing his opinion. Hey, you know what I want you to, you should take this verse and you need to post this on your Facebook. That'd be a good one, right? They're on Facebook. They say the dumbest things. They say, let me tell you, I would be embarrassed to say some of the things in which people write on there. They're just going to voice their opinion, no matter if it's right or wrong. And the reason why, they have no understanding. There's no, you can't even hardly explain to people like this because they don't want to know the truth. You can't tell them the truth. They don't want the truth. That's just the way it is. And I got news for you. If 50 million people believe in something that's stupid, guess what? It's still stupid. But you have to have wisdom from God, and he's the only one that can give it to you. And it will make absolute sense of what is right. Okay, so we have to learn to depend upon the Lord. Look with me over here in Proverbs chapter 3. I missed that. Sorry about that. Verse 5. He says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean unto your own understanding. I think some of us, some are listening right now, you need this verse today. You got to trust in the Lord. Don't go by your own understanding because it's not going to make sense. Listen, it's like tithing. Tithing doesn't make sense. But you see, there's a God in heaven who's watching, and he wants to see if you're going to be obedient, loving him, living for him. Yeah, you know, we're building a church right now, and what we're doing right now, we have other churches. They think we're crazy. I mean, who builds a $10 million church in the city? It's probably going to end up being much more than that, and I don't even want to go there. But we're moving along, and it doesn't make sense. And you know what? Just weeks ago, we had somebody write us out a $10,000 check. I was so happy. A week later, somebody gave us a check for another $10,000. This past week, somebody gave us a check for $40,000. Okay, that doesn't make sense, does it? But we have a great God, and that's the things of which he does. Now listen to what I want you to do. I want you to remember this. When you walk in his ways, God will position you to be blessed.